Well, on my previous video, I have talked about on how you can generate your own beat using MusicFX DJ, but this is actually just one variation from MusicFX. So this is a tool that was created by Google, and you can generate some music. It's actually pretty decent music with just a text description. Now, at the moment, when I'm recording this video, this tool is only accessible in certain countries like USA, Australia, New Zealand, and many others. So for most people, at least right now, you need to use a VPN service to access this tool. And by the way, I'm going to provide the link of this tool in the description down below, so you can visit and try this very interesting AI tool. Now, later, after this, I'm going to show you one place from Google that lets you use the model from MusicFX to generate music. So even if you don't have access to VPN, you can still use the same technology to generate music from a text description. So it's pretty amazing, although there are some limitations that you need to be aware of. Now I'm going to show you how you can generate music with a text description using this AI tool. So let me just start all over again. And here for this example, I will try to generate a music using this description. So I'm a big fan of Japanese city pop, so this is the prompt that I'm going to use. But if you look closely at the bottom here, these are some extra instructions that you can actually incorporate into your prompt. So this is actually a clever way to actually provide some recommendation to the user in case the user is not very good at prompting, which in this case I'm not very good at prompting. So I want to know what are some recommendations from AI, and these are some items, some instructions that you could put into your prompt. So let's say I want to add saxophone, and here I can select a different instrument or different style, etc., depending on what is the setting that you use. So it's actually quite dynamic and very useful. Now when you're done, you can click generate and just wait for this AI tool to generate the music, and then later you can share or even download that as an audio file. Now at the moment, I'm using a VPN service, and usually when you're using VPN, there could be a chance where something got disconnected and then you have a failed generation, so you have to try again. So that's just one thing to know when you're using or accessing this tool via a VPN service. Now this will take about 1 or maybe 2 minutes, so I'll just skip forward and show you the result of this prompt. Okay, so finally it generated 3 different audio files in total. So let me just play one of them. Okay, that's decent. How about the second one? Honestly, it sounds kinda the same. How about the third iteration? Yep, this is almost the same, or perhaps the same piece of music. So this is actually an issue that is known for quite some time, and apparently, even though it says that it generates 2 or 3 different audio files, they sound quite similar, if not the same. And yeah, that's probably a glitch or bug, I don't know why, but regardless, it is still able to generate at least one unique piece of music. Now, if you're quite happy with the result, you can click this download button to save that to your device, and you can use it on your project. But remember, every single music that was created via MusicFX will have its own watermark. So Google know exactly that this music was created by AI. There is nothing wrong with that. It's just one way to make sure that the content can actually be tracked down and known where it originates from. So that's basically how you can use MusicFX. Now, let's talk about one alternative that you can try to generate music using the same technology as the one is in MusicFX. So the one tool that I recommend is called Google Opal. Now, this is actually available in most countries. If not mistaken, it's available to a lot of people basically, so you don't have to use a VPN service. Now, after that, you can log in with your Google account, and then you can click this button to create new. And basically, this is an amazing tool. I have covered about Google Opal before, but basically you can generate some simple apps using the technology or models from Google. There is the model for generating videos, music, images, etc. And of course, we have the Lyria model, which is the exact same model used in MusicFX. So again, in theory, you can generate the same thing using Google Opal. Now here, you have two options. You can generate manually, you can create the app manually, or you can just use a prompt. So this is a simple prompt that I'm going to use. Honestly, there's nothing special about this prompt, and if you're interested, I'm going to put this prompt in the description. So it will create the workflow that is utilizing the appropriate models, which is usually the Lyria model, to generate the music from a text description. And after that, you can use the app for your own. You can even share it if you want to, and it can generate music in the same manner. You can generate music via MusicFX. And again, Google Opal can be accessed without using a VPN service. So this is a tool, and you can open the preview window. Let me just click the start button. And here, I guess I'm going to use this, let's say the same prompt again. How about that? So the same prompt, I'm going to just copy this. Okay, let me just copy everything, and let's see what kind of music that we can generate using this tool. So what I find it to be funny is that the name of the model to generate music from Google is Lyria. So it's the Lyria model, and yet this tool, this model, doesn't support creating a song with lyric. So that's kind of ironic and kind of funny, because most other AI models for generating music can support audio with lyrics, with text, with human voice singing, but not Lyria. Well, I guess at the moment, but I'm pretty sure that eventually Google will add that feature, maybe at some point in the future. So this is still generating the music, and again, I'll just keep on to show you the result. Okay, so finally the audio has been generated. Now, honestly, this is actually my second attempt of creating the app, and for some reason the previous app is kind of buggy and I really cannot fix it. By the way, if you want to make some iteration, you can always tell AI about the thing that you might want to change in the app with a simple plain English. Just describe it and AI will do the rest. Now let's take a listen to the audio that was generated by this Lyria model via Google Opal. Yep, I think that's a decent, and of course you can always download the audio to your device, and you can also make some changes. You can use a different setting, different description, and many other things here. It's just really amazing that we have this tool that can be used quite easily. You don't have to be a developer to actually use all the features in Google Opal. And also, as always, you can always just describe the thing that you want to change using a simple description. So that's essentially how you can generate music using Google MusicFX and also using Google Opal. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.